welcome back to my channel. My name is April. If you're new here, today we're doing an audiobook tag. So this one's from my good friend Jess from Honest Fiction. This is called the Audiobook Era Tag, and she has a lot of questions all relating to audiobooks. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I figured let's just do the freaking tag. So let's get right into it. First question is, what was the first audiobook you ever listened to? Shoot, I don't even know. It was either ACOTAR or it was the Shatter Me series probably, because I really originally only got into audiobooks because I wanted to reread the books, but I didn't want to reread them with my eyeballs again, so I just wanted to listen to them. This is also when I got into like Everand a lot, and I was just downloading a lot of books, and I really liked both those two. I probably reread them by listening to them, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It was really good. I like the original audiobook of ACOTAR the most, so it's kind of a favorite. That's probably why. Maybe it was because one of my first audiobooks was that one. Who are your favorite narrators? Right now, my favorite narrators are the King, Jason Clarke, and the Queen, Samantha Brentmore. There's also one audiobook narrator that does the Ruth Ware books. The Turn of the Key. The narrator who does this one, Imogen, her name is Imogen something. I'll put it on the screen. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love everything she narrates. It's like gold. But those are my definite top 3 for sure. What audiobook platform do you use? I think I mentioned Everand. It used to be Scribd. I started reading audiobooks on that because I didn't have a very good selection from my library, but a few months ago I went down to Los Angeles and got a library card from there. I'm in Northern California, and oh my god, their Hoopla selection is amazing. So I actually have since canceled both Audible and Everand, and I just used that lately. So I don't know, I'm really loving Hoopla right now. I love getting audiobooks from my library as well. Everand I think was a great resource for me as well for a long time, because I could get like 5 or 6 audiobooks out of the month before it started doing that wonky like shut you down thing. But I don't know, it liked me, I guess. Maybe I had the magic touch to it, but I used it quite a lot, and I only just recently canceled it, and I'm slightly sad about that. But you know what? We need to save some money lately. What book did you love on audio that you might not have enjoyed reading physically? Probably the Mate Games. I don't think I would have liked that as much if I read it physically, because to me, the cast of the Mate Games, I can't talk. To me, the cast of the Mate Games makes that book. Like, it makes that book. So the whole series, like any of the Mate Games book, usually it's the same narrators, and it's all top tier narrators in the romance world. So yeah, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if I read it physically. What's your go-to audiobook speed? I'm a 2x speed person. I do often bump it down to 1.8 or 1.5 if the speaker talks fast or if they have a thick accent. If they're doing like a thick accent, somehow I do bump it down. Also, like in Lark and, not Butcher and Blackboard, but the second one, Lark and Leather and Lark, there was like singing in that. So I actually, during those parts, I've put it down to 1x speed, and it's really good at 1x speed in that one. But I will admit, the giggling and the singing, anything faster than 1x speed in that book is kind of annoying and chipmunk-like. So, but it works when you dial it back down. I also go all the way up to like maybe 2.5 speed as well, but that's only when I'm like, okay, we need to move this along. Do you prefer single or dual multi-narration? I like it all. I like it all. Like I said, the original ACOTAR narration is with a single narrator, and I think I like that more than the multiple narration versions, the graphic audios, everything. I just think when you get someone who really does a good job, who does all the voices and who does like gives it some action and actually acts out the parts, it's so good and so worth it. And I don't really care if it has like a multicast or what, like it doesn't bother me. Do you listen while multitasking, or do you sit and listen like it's a movie? I only sit and listen like it's a movie when I'm driving. So no, I'm a constant multitasker. I mostly these days crochet while I listen to audiobooks, or I'm at work. So those two things is what I do. A lot of my job is a lot of spreadsheet work, so I'm able to do things like listen to audiobooks when I do those things because they're really just more tedious than anything. So it doesn't bother me. And then crochet is the same way, even though I do plushies and I have to count. For some reason, I can still count when the audiobook is going. It doesn't mess me up. So I love to do those things. What is your biggest audiobook pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve in audiobooks, it will make me turn an audiobook off like that, is when the narrators whisper talk. I cannot stand the whisper talking, the really breathy type of talking. And there's a very specific reason why I can't deal with that. It's because when I listen in the car, I cannot hear it. My car is tiny, okay? We drive a Corolla over here and the road noise is a lot and I literally cannot hear it. So that's why I really hate that type of voice when I'm looking for in an audiobook. And sometimes I'll have to immediately turn it off and try to put on something else. So no breathy whisper talking, please, for me. If you could have any book made into an audiobook, which one would it be and who would narrate it? Well, we're just gonna choose Jason Clarke and Samantha Brentmore for every book that I want narrated. The Evie Marceau books, what are those called? I think there are audiobooks of that, but maybe not the second or third one. I don't remember. I don't remember if there is audiobooks for that one, but Evie Marceau books, Black Horse, White Horse, Black Knight, those ones for sure. They need some audiobooks. I think they do have some audiobooks, so don't quote me on that. What's your all-time favorite audiobook experience? Probably the Make Games. Like, honestly, I think that was just because we read it as a group between me and Maggie and Hannah and a lot of my other friends on here that I continue to talk to. And it was just so fun listening to this super ridiculous book. And why choose? It was really, really good. I loved it. Isn't it true that, like, when you meet the right people and your friends, they often make your experiences better? That's what really makes it. Have you ever listened to an audiobook that made you pause and say, wait, what did I just hear? Yes. Oh, yes. Last month I read this book called The Blood Bride by C.D. Reese. This man says some lines that are over the top cheesy. I was like, wait. What? What did he say? I'm not gonna tell you what he said. Okay, I can't tell you what he said because you're just gonna have to listen to it because it is that incredible. It's supposed to be a very serious book about vampire mafia stuff, but it really took me out of the moment and made me laugh hysterically. So if you really want to know, DM me, but it was great. It was great. So the last question is, of course, tag some friends. I'll tag some people below in the description box, but if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged. That's it for me today. Let me know if you enjoy audiobooks as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This one is created by my good friend Jess from Honest Friction? Honest Friction? That's what you should have called yourself. Honest Friction. You're a romance reader, it fits.